Hi everybody, I've got a custom journal here for Fiona. Hi Fiona. And she wanted a super duper grungy, and it measures 8.5 by 5.5. And I used the same cover as the picture that she sent me from another one, but I changed it up a bit because I found this really old, of course you know I have to go get it. Hand me that black cover. Oh, black cover. See it? Yes. Thank you, dear. I found this really old book in my stash. Isn't that cool? February 1948. And that's the natural aging of the papers. And inside of it, I found this image that said art songs, and I thought that said a lot about what Fiona and I enjoy doing, so I used that, and I put some cheesecloth and part of a crochet doily and a seam binding flower, and I used a bigger doily here and the cheesecloth, and again that's part of that crochet doily and a seam binding flower, and I really like the cover of it. And I coffee stained this fabric. Let's go inside and scope it out. I did the tie in the same fabric. On the inside, I coffee stained the linen fabric. I don't know if the camera will pick that up, but it's got a nice soft stain on it. It's super duper grungy, as you can see. I put an image of a lady with some lace and a flower there. And then I thought one of these cards would be really neat inside because it's grungy. And it opens up, and then you can write on all this too if you want. And a piece of coffee dyed paper on the inside. I'm going to put that over to the side. Not make y'all watch me tie that up. I used images of ladies, of course, inside, and this is the book page from the other side. All the edges are torn and ripped. Lots of inking, lots of stamping, some watermarks here. Faded image of a rose with the book page and a little piece of sari silk and a tag. And over here's a piece of ephemera with some lace. The stitching is done in black. And this is from that catalog that I have, that old catalog. There's a tuck spot here with a card. And of course I put the snippets over here. Gotta have the snippets. Just different pieces of paper. Over here's a real pretty lady and some cheesecloth and part of a crochet doily. And again, the torn and inked edges. Another flower image that I sewed around in the black. This is a pocket, and it has an affirmation. It says love. Part of a crochet doily and cheesecloth with a little flower. And I thought that, you know, went well with the mother and daughter. They've been out picking flowers. The daughter has just got such a look on her face. She looks like she's a little grumpy about having to go out and pick those flowers. But she's so cute. And two cards there and stitching around the edge. And country store. And it's got some gesso on some of the pages too. This is part of a round placemat. And the cheesecloth and a soft image there. With two cards. And this has been inked a little bit too. Oh, she's behind. There we go. And again, that's the image from the other side peeping over. Get in there, right? Thank you. Got some sari silk here, and I used a little part of a crochet doily for like a stem, and it's a lace flower with a little center. A little tuck spot here. I'm really liking these file folder. I got glue all over my hands. Sorry, y'all. File folder tuck spots. Piece of ephemera there. Some lace. This has got faint lines on it. A dapper gentleman with a postcard here, piece of muslin, and some of that grass cloth that I like. And I stitched around the edge. And over here, this matches the cover, same fabric with some flowers going across, and a faint image of a little hummingbird. Cute little card. Over here's another tuck spot with a lady with this huge hat on, and a little rose and some texture on the pocket. Another soft image here. This is a postcard with stitching and some laces. And that's from the catalog. For $9.45, you can have a spring bed. Cute. Beautiful lady here. And a little linen pocket with some cards. That one's got a little stamp on it. And some crookedy sewing. In a grunge journal, you don't want anything perfect, that's for sure. Little tuck spot here, and then you've got all this space back here. I had to put this in here. It's like this little, it says it's a small, compact billfold for 21 cents, which cracks me up, but it's called a tightwad. I thought that was funny. Little card there. Little pretty image. I just let the stitching show on through. Some lace running down the side there. And just stitching on this page. I thought you may want to put something there. Piece of ephemera. Some pretty ladies with some gorgeous hats. Another image there with the stitching from the other side. And this is a pocket, cloth pocket with cheesecloth, part of a doily, and that's a little piece of a curtain. A little card inside. Piece of ephemera over here with cheesecloth and part of a tablecloth. And little mini pocket over here with a fabric flower and more cheesecloth. I'm a little crazy with the cheesecloth, but I just love it in these grungy books. Another affirmation. It says friend. This is held down with a piece of muslin here, and it opens up, little birdie. And then some seam binding and more cheesecloth. Another tuck spot using the file folder. I just love that. That's such pretty fabric. And that's from the catalog. It's a spring seat chair for $6.35. Some cheesecloth here with a pretty lady, and love how the watermark came out on it. They're remodeling the house next door, and every time they hear them throw something in that big trash can, the dogs go crazy, so I apologize. Pretty image there, and that's the stitching from the other side and the cheesecloth peeping over. This is the same fabric as the cover with just different fabrics and a little label there. And a card. Little shoes. And these lift up. They're held down with a piece of muslin. Both of them lift up. And lace running down the edges. Another little shoe. Some laces and fabrics and cheesecloth and a vintage lady. Two more vintage ladies here with some lace, and this is out of the catalog. Gold front pin set, bright polished finish for 72 cents. Just cracks me up, y'all. Here's another tuck spot using the file folder tab. A little card there on a piece of ephemera. That's from that catalog too. And then some cheesecloth at the top. And the torn page. Little tuck spot here with a stamp. And some laces. And that's the stitching from the other side. So I just put that piece of lace in there. And a card that's part of a curtain there with some other fabrics. Over here's a little tiny tuck spot with a little lace flower and some muslin. Little card. And cheesecloth and fabric coming from the other side. And pretty image here. Another pocket made out of the fabric of the cover with some laces, and that's part of a doily. And I put 2 cards in it. Love it. And the stitching on a piece of ephemera. That's from the other side, and lace running down the edge. Some roses there. Love this. I thought that was really pretty. A card there with a pretty lady. And this is a tuck spot here, and it's got some music tag and a tag with some script on it, and then part of a crocheted doily and a little hummingbird charm. The card. I like how this card is bigger than the tuck spot. Another image there. And there they go again. Pretty lady there. A little muslin pocket that's been inked in coffee stains. And 2 cards. Some pretty ladies up there. And a little bit of lace. Some more ephemera. And that's the other half of that postcard with some laces, and that's from the other side peeping over. A little pretty image there. Little tuck spot here with some textured stuff and laces and part of a curtain with a real pretty image. And although you can't see it, I had to put that in there because I know Fiona likes Jane Austen, and I thought that was kind of Jane Austen-ish. But not too Jane Austen for this book. So, but he's covered up there. But just a little touch. Got some different fabrics here. This is actually the same fabric as the white. I just inked it up. And a nice heavy-duty card here for journaling, and a little hummingbird back there. Very faint. Some more fabric here and a little card. Another tuck spot. See, I like the overlapping of the layers. Get in there. There we go. A lady sitting in the parlor with all different kinds of fabrics. Some are from the other side and some of them are on this page. And a little flower here with a piece of ephemera. And these are the fabrics showing through: laces and cheesecloth and sari silk. A vintage bookstore image. And these are from the other side. Isn't she pretty? Sari silk and laces. Another rose image. A little mini pocket with a heart and some laces. And that's out of a 1956 book that I got at an estate sale. A little image here with some cheesecloth. And 2 little cards. I love these little cards. They're great to use. And I like how it sets, it's off to the side of this, so you can still see all this, but you have a little tuck spot, little pocket. Little mini card here with a rose, with a flower. That is not a rose. And then this sticks over all the edge. Another little flower here and a tag and some stitching. Snowshoe sandals. I thought, Fiona, you may need those one day where you live. They're only $1.25, but they're great for the snow. Some lace running down here. Another image here, real faint. Some sari silk and cheesecloth. I love this image. I think it's so pretty. Speaks volumes just by itself. And the pocket here matches the pocket there, just a different image. And I put a great big card in it. I thought was really kind of old looking. Sammy Joe says hello. This is on a book page that's been gessoed and inked. And there's the back again. I left all the threads. If they drive you crazy, Fiona, just cut them off. I love them. And there's the front again. And I want to thank you for being here with me. Thank you, Fiona. And I will see y'all very shortly in the next video. Bye-bye, y'all.